Guys, we are doing Anthony Richardson tonight. Scott, it's a 12-team Superflex PPR 1.75 tight end premium start 10. Are you going Anthony Richardson or Justin Fields, Tank Dell, and the 202? Go ahead, man.
So my initial thought was just take the elite quarterback that has a little bit of a floor. I think we're going to get another year with Richardson where people are still going to be willing to buy into him as long as he doesn't go out and get injured in the first game. I think even if he plays pretty well, he's going to have a grace period. Then I started looking at this a little further, and I think this comes down to you can easily see teams with the three pieces saying, can I get an elite quarterback? And they possibly could. And you would see where that makes sense for them to want to do it, right? They're consolidating. Right. They're getting off of maybe some riskier assets from Justin Fields. Tank Dell, I think, is a little risky in the eyes of the community.
Sure.
Just because of his profile, right? If it goes wrong for him, he's just like A-Rich. He goes out and gets injured again or isn't as explosive or whatever it is.
Yeah, he's
you can
toast.
see people saying, I don't really want Tank Dell, you know? But then I look at the other side and I go, is there a chance that the other side actually produces a lot more? And if their values hold and they produce, I can see a world where the other side holds their value, right? Justin Fields goes somewhere else. He's good. They commit to him to some degree. Tank Dell repeats, or at least is a top 24 receiver. He's got CJ Stroud. You can easily see where a year from now we're going, man, that would have been a great deal to basically get a first plus on top of Justin Fields for the profile Anthony Richardson. So just kind of looking back historically, I want to say
there's a lot of risky pieces in this trade.
Exactly.
There's like 4 of 4. They're all risky pieces, but
well, and you could look at Anthony Richardson as a way, like he might be early Justin Fields. Where if 2 years ago you would have made this deal to pivot off of Justin Fields for multiple pieces, you're probably going, I'm glad I did that trade. But that doesn't mean that Justin Fields, as he's in this trade, is completely useless. So for me, it would be Richardson, but it would also have to be at least considered, what else can I do with those pieces? Can I turn around, move Tank Dell for something I like? Can I get at least a first for him?
Right. It's a
Can I move the 202 plus something and getting something else? So I think they have to consider what your market would be on the other pieces. I'm curious where Shane is on this one because I think it's there's some appeal. It's a good trade.
I don't think it's particularly close. It's Justin Fields tanked down the 202 by about a little less than Kabillion Matt Moore's. Justin Fields and Anthony Richardson are likely to put up the exact same production next year if they both play. Richardson's one more injury away from basically being like really discounted Justin Fields. And I understand if he comes out and smashes, we're all going to love him. But if that dude comes out, sprains an ankle in week 2, then breaks a finger in week 6, and then tears his shoulder in week 12, he's dead in fantasy. We'll go, this dude can't get through a season. His only skill really is running. So I'm fine with Justin Fields. I'm not worried about Tank Dell, to be honest with you. I don't know if the community is, but I don't see any reason to be concerned about Tank Dell. I mean, you do what he did in his rookie season, generally you're going to be very, very good in fantasy football. And then the 202, whatever. I mean, it's a nice little just, hey, I got something extra. But exactly. Don't take this to mean that I don't like Anthony Richardson. I like Anthony Richardson. It's just I like this package.
That's what she said. Scott, let's start with you on this one. So it's a 12-team Superflex PPR 1.5 tight end premium, and this is a start 9, so shallower. Anthony Richardson or Justin Jefferson?
Let's see. It's a start.
Quick answer, man. We're
Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson.
Scott?
I mean, it's a startup decision, right? Do you take Justin Jefferson over the QB7, QB8? So I don't even think this trade is that difficult. It's just you could pick either lane as long as you build your team around it, and it's probably need based if someone's making the trade one for the other. So I think it's 50-50.
So
I think that's 100% wrong. It in no way should be 50-50. That should be 80-20 Justin Jefferson. There's no risk with Justin Jefferson. He's the wide receiver 1. At worst, he's going to be like wide receiver 6 in 4 years. Anthony Richardson, who again I like, there's a non-zero chance that he's out of the league in 5 years, 4 years, 3 years even.
Yeah, there's definitely some risk in the first trade on the field side as well. But so actionable advice, people who are thinking about moving Anthony Richardson, what's the way to trade for him? What's the way to trade him away? Just speak on it for 1 minute, Scott.
Well, we don't even have 1 minute. I would just say if you're in on Richardson, then there's ways to get him and alleviate some of the risk. Can you go from Dak Prescott up to Richardson? Can you go from Kyler Murray up to Richardson? And again, if you're in on Richardson, can you do a deal like the Tank Dell deal where you're moving Fields plus another first-ish piece or something around that range to get Richardson? But if not, I think you can go the other way. You can get Kyler Murray plus for Richardson. Let somebody else take the risk. That's probably the way I would lean. But again, I almost took Anthony Richardson over Justin Jefferson in a startup. So, I mean, you can go both ways. I think you just have to place your bets. You want to have some exposure to Richardson, though. You don't want to completely zero him out.
Yep, for sure. All right. Dynasty Trades in 5 minutes. We did it, guys. Stay around the channel. We're about to do a live roster review of me and Ty. See you soon.